Hello and welcome to Loxone Coffee Break, your smart coffee break in the afternoon. It's Wednesday again and it's our first episode of that year 2026. I hope you have a little bit of motivation to join me the next 15 to 20 minutes because we want to talk about one of the topics that comes first to the minds of people if they think about smart homes, smart and intelligent automation. It's that over here. You can see it in the hive, what the different fields that Loxone covers. It's lighting, because lighting, that makes something with us. Yeah, lighting, it controls our mood, it influences our moods, and is one of the most important thing in our life. It's the same with animals. Yeah, we wake up with daylight, we go to sleep if it's dark, and it triggers different emotions in us when it comes to lighting. So we want to jump right in and talk about what intelligent lighting in a smart home in an intelligent building means. So, by the way, this is something I want to say before. If you have a system like Loxone with you, you can implement different types of light sources. You can implement DALI, DMX, 1 to 230 volt lightings. You can use our own lighting products. You can use just light bulbs. Loxone covers all that for you. Ixma is with us. Hello, Ixma. I don't know if it's Richard or I don't know if it's Christian. If it's Christian, I hope you had a nice week at the campus here in Kollerschlag. I think you have been here for a training. So thanks for joining me on our international YouTube channel. Let's jump right in. Intelligent lighting. One function that is most important, I think, is the presence-based lighting. So to know if there is presence in a room or not is the source for every intelligent automation, because you don't need light when you're not in the room, you don't need audio when you're not in the room, you don't need heating when you're not in the room. So this is the base for everything, and presence-based lighting means just that. You just walk into a room and the lighting does its job on its own. So there is no need to push a switch on the wall. There is no need to take your smartphone with you and control everything in one app. Because most of the people think, okay, smart home, I have to control everything with that, with my smart phone, and I just have to put my light on and off, and I don't want to do that. And it's not what you have to do. If you have an intelligent home, an intelligent automation system in the background, you don't need your smartphone. You even don't need switches, because the light goes on in that mood you want to have in that room which you're entering, and there is no need to control it manually. Video Shot is also with us. Hello, greetings to the chat. So lights go on automatically when you enter a room, but lights go off when you're leaving a room after a certain time. You can define that on your own, but I think we all had that problem once, that we missed to turn off a light before we had a smart home, and then we were coming home, and then it was like, oh, I missed that. It's honestly, I have to tell you some secrets. It's the same with me. I live in a half automated old house from the 60s, 70s. And there's just the flat where I live in is automated with Loxone air components, but not the walk-through to the upper apartment. And there, this is the light which I don't have automated. And when I go upstairs and I push the switch and then I leave the house, so often I miss to push the switch off. And then I come back after a few hours and I was like, oh, okay, missed that. Because all of the other lights go out by itself. Or I can see it then in my Loxone app if I missed that. So How long can the light stay on is one of the questions from Tudorionita. You can define that on your own. You can say the lights should never go off, then it will stay on all the time, all day, all night. You can say 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 50 seconds. It's totally up to you. There is no limitation of that. So, switch to the next function we have, lighting moods. We got asked very often, if I have a smart home and I have millions of possibilities for different colors, different color switches of the light, how do I control that? Do I need my smartphone for that? No. The first thing you need is just that. It's the Loxone Touch. And it's the only thing you need. We have over here switches, touch points for shading. You can go up, you can go down. We have touch points for audio, louder, lower the volume, switch the source, turn it off, turn it on. And in the middle, we have that button for light. So, when you want to switch your light, your lighting moods, just press it once. Because, yeah, in the Loxone app, you define your favorite lighting moods once. And you can change them as often as you want to, but most of the time you don't need that. You just define it for maybe cooking, for dinner, and for chilling on the couch watching TV. And then you can just switch that over here. One press, second press, the third press, that's it. And if you do, for example, a double click, then the whole room will turn off. The shading goes back to automation mode. The lights will turn off, audio will turn off, and even if you want to, you can lower the temperature of the heating so that you save heating energy. And if you have a touch like that, or our touch Nightlight, it has the same touch system on it, next to your bed in the bedroom, you just do a triple click on it. And then with the triple click, you don't set just your room to a sleep mode and turn everything off. You do that for your whole house, for the whole building. So you don't have to go through all rooms, turn off the lights, check if the window is still open. You would get a message through the audio system or in the app that you missed to close a window. And the alarm will be set on, or the alarm will set off if you wake up then in the morning. So everything is done by that. If we look back to that's it. The lighting moods. It has a much impact of your life. This is a building I filmed in America. I was there and I was very impressed as I saw this big salt stone with the fire and the changing of the lights, and you see what it makes with you. It triggers your emotions. So you can just switch it. It has a lot of impact of your well-being at home. And if you see it here, this young couple, just one click is enough. In that case, in the app, and you switch the whole room. It has a whole different scenery. You can define that for a certain time. Let's say after 8 o'clock, the light will automatically change to your lighting mood you prefer at that time. Yeah? And in the night, you have your own lighting moods just for the night mode. Yeah? Everything is possible. You can define that on your own. Alarm functions are a big topic, and most of the people don't think about alarm lighting, what does that mean? Of course, if you have the Loxone alarm siren on the outside, this will start to blink. But we will go a little bit deeper into alarm functions. If you have, for example, a water leak or a fire detection, then the light will change. It will start to blink, and you will get a notification, audio and on your smartphone. Okay, there is something not right. Or if there is a thief tries to rob you, then the lights will start to blink, will start to make some action. Yeah, so the automatic shading will go up, and the lights will start to blink. There will be a loud sound, and so everyone knows, okay, there is a thief in your house. You will also get a notification on your smartphone, of course. So in that case, usually the thief will leave and okay, I'm secure again. So now I have to turn myself off here with a picture because we come to the next topic, constant light and daylight. Okay. What is that? Constant light is maybe you're working in an office, you want to automate an office or some infrastructure buildings, and you need a special type of lux all the day. Then you can work with Loxone on that the system takes care of the right light every time. Or you're working in an office, or you want at your home a daylight-based lighting, daylight control, so that the color of the white tone of the light will start a little bit warmer in the morning, will go a little bit into blue and strict white at noon, and in the afternoon it will go back again a little bit warmer, so that it just depends on the time of the day. This is something you can use at your smart home as well, or the constant light for maybe offices or at least home offices. If you then say I want to have that lux number, you can hold that the whole day. Doesn't matter which type of light source you use. And this is also something I missed before. Intelligent lighting means also save energy, because not that the light turns off automatically. This is also an energy and a money saver and a comfort function. But if you have enough daylight, you can define that on your own, how much daylight is enough for your special needs. If you have enough daylight, that the light should not turn on, because there is no need to pay money and to use electricity from the grid to turn on the lights if you have enough daylight. Yeah, classic for let's say a walkthrough. Yeah, and if the doors are open and there is enough light in the walkthrough, you don't have to turn on the light. Or you're working in the kitchen, especially that days if you have a new build home, or if you start to build your own home, then we have big glass fronts, we have big and large windows with a lot of daylight, so that over the day you don't need to turn on the light. And the cool thing here is it's a thing for 365 days over the year. So because of winter it starts to get darker a little bit earlier, and then the system automatically recognize, okay, the lux number is now too low and I have to put on the lights from above. But also then just in that amount you need it. Yeah, you can totally define that on your own, how much light is enough for you. Presence simulation is also a thing that an intelligent home can do for you, and light is a part of that. What does presence simulation mean? Back in the days when you were on holiday, you maybe closed the shadings and turn off all the lights, and if a thief wanted to break in, he recognizes, okay, there is no one at home, I can break in there. Over the years that changed, so the shades will stay up, but the thief will also recognize, okay, there's no light in that house all the day, I can break in. And with the presence simulation you can use as much components as you have in your intelligent home. You can use them single, or you can use them in combination, lighting, shading, audio, so that through different times of the day, they're changing all over the day, the lights will turn on and off in different light moods. The audio will go on and off, different audio sources, and the shades will go up and down. So no one will ever recognize, okay, is there someone at home, or are they away? Because all of the people will think, okay, there's someone at home, even if you're on holiday, because with presence simulation you can trick them and can show them, okay, I am at home. And the last thing on intelligent lighting we want to talk about today is the nightlight. Nightlight, a big point. If you wake up at night, or if you go to mommy's bed like the little guy in that video is doing, the lights will not turn on in the biggest brightness you have. It will just be low light, just in the background, maybe a dark blue, maybe a dark red, and so you can find the way to the toilet and you're not blinded by the big lights just standing up. Or a security topic for maybe your mommy or daddy or your grandparents. If they're standing up, old building, running through the whole bedroom just to switch on the light, maybe they fall on the way there because they did not see anything. With intelligent lighting, if you go to bed, you're doing a triple tap, the light will just then go on again in the night mode with that nightlight function. And that's it for today. I hope I could give you a little insight of what intelligent lighting means in an intelligent building, and hopefully you enjoyed it. We will see each other again in 2 weeks, every second Wednesday, Loxone Coffee Break, and then we will talk about how to control lighting via the Loxone app. So we talked about that, but if you want to go a little bit into deeper, different lighting moods, different automations you can do with your smartphone, then we will talk about that in 2 weeks. Thanks for tuning in, and bye-bye.